The episodes in this playlist are presented to you in the form of an audiobook.
If you are booking follow-up calls and people keep ghosting you, you're making a critical mistake that's costing you a lot of money, and you're missing out on a ton of clients that you could have helped. The truth is that every time someone says, "I need to think about it," and you book a follow-up call, you've already lost the deal. You just don't know it yet. Because after reviewing hundreds of calls, I can tell you that 99% of follow-ups are a complete waste of time. So in this episode, I'm going to show you a fragment of one of our internal coaching calls where I break down the two types of follow-up that actually work and the exact positioning strategy that prevents no-shows and gets prospects to actually show up wanting to talk to you. Let's get into it.
How do you prevent no-shows when it comes to follow-ups? Like, what does it really have to do? Like, is it because the call didn't go great, or is it because the objection handling part wasn't really good? Like, how do you decrease the no-shows? Because I send out reminders, I send all of it out, but like on the call they're just super warm, etc. But then after that, they just don't show up anymore.
Yeah, gotcha. So with show up, with that question in regards to show ups, and this is also for everybody, is you have to review the call and make an assessment, and you have to decide. And if you don't know, of course, then you get to your coach or to your mentor or even to the sales manager and you ask that person for clarity. But you need to first determine if the right decision on that first call was to book a follow-up or not. That's the first thing. So every single time, especially when you just book a follow-up and you don't collect anything on the call, especially when that happens, you have to you cannot go to bed without having that clarity. Hey, should I have booked a follow-up call here? Or was this a situation where I had to burn the lead? Because if it was a misdiagnosis or like a misassessment, and you just come out to the conclusion to, no, this was not a follow-up, like I should have burned the lead, then it's just like, there you go, there's your answer. It's like you shouldn't have even booked a follow-up in the first place. That's number one. Now let's say that you know that the best assessment, the best decision for this call, yes, was to book a follow-up without collecting anything up front, which very unlikely, 1 in 100, it's going to be, okay, fine. All right. Then in that case, now we go into the next thing you have to get clear. Is how did you position the follow-up call? Did you position the follow-up call as the call where we're going to make a decision? As the call where we're going to pay on the call? As the call where it's going to be the call where everything's gonna kick off? Because if you did, that's increasing your no-shows if the person was not dialed in, let's do this, I'm ready to go. So there are two types of follow-up calls that you're gonna book. You're gonna book a let's continue our conversation. Let's just continue our conversation. There is no need to come with a decision already made. We're just going to continue our chat. And then you have the enrollment call. The enrollment call type of follow-up is where the person is, let's do it, ready to go. I'm 100% in. I just try to pay 2 times, card fail. Can we meet again 4 hours from now and just try to pay again? I'm going to move some funds. Okay, that's an enrollment call. Like, we both know it's about, getting onboarded. But the person has given multiple green flags and good signals that, yes, like, we should book an enrollment call for 15 minutes just to get everything finalized. But if you don't have that certainty that the person is 100% in, if the person is doubtful and it's like, I need to think about it, anything that is not, let's do it right now, I already tried to pay right here, right now, and it didn't went through. If it's not that, then you have to, when you book that kind of call, it has to be positioned in a way where you are forcing, the closer, you are forcing a delayed decision. So you are the one saying, look, I don't want you to make any decision right now. I don't want you to make any decision when you wake up tomorrow. Let's have another conversation and let's reassess the situation, because maybe this is not for you. Yeah, is this landing? Is this clicking? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
It's very, very important that the next call that you book, if it's going to be like a classical follow-up call, that you don't create any expectation that that they have to come prepared. They have to come certain to make a decision, because then what you're going to receive, most likely the next day, hey Nora, I thought about it. I'm just not going to show up on the call. I'm going to do it at the beginning of summer, because they feel they can only show
Yeah.
up to the call if they have the clarity in the decision.
Mm, makes sense. So just position like the follow-up call in a better way instead of just continuing the conversation, like stating it like that.
Exactly. It's what I call forcing a decision delay. It's like you just literally need to take the initiative. Hey, you know what? Let's just time out for a moment, because I can appreciate that this is very important to you, but I can also appreciate that the way you're approaching this decision is from the person who you are right now, rather than from the person who you need to be. Would you agree? Yes, and what I'm saying is that it's been, you're having troubles just being able to overcome that way of thinking, and I have another call I have to hop on. So I have an idea, I have a plan. You want me to share it? Yes. Okay, so because of that, I believe that the best thing for you right now is not to make a decision. I don't believe that what you should do right now over the next 3, 4, 6, 24 hours is to make any decision, because we really need to understand what's behind that way of thinking to even see if you have any chance of being successful, not with us, but with this at all, with this business idea at all. Would you agree? Yes. So how about we do this? Because I'm more than happy to help you if you want my help. I don't tend to leave anybody on the side of the road. So what we can do is I can look at my calendar and see if there's any spot that I can put you in tomorrow, and we can just simply continue our conversation tomorrow. Because if it sounds like you need a little bit more time, another conversation just to get clarity in terms of what is the best next step for you. And you know what? Maybe after our chat tomorrow, we conclude that this is not what you need to do right here, right now. But at least we explore all the options and we got full clarity. Would that help you? We were to do that? Yes. Okay, so let me see what we got here. Let me see what I can do. You book the call, and then you say, okay, so just reflect on everything that we've talked today. Okay, the most important things is you need to have clarity on X and you need to have clarity on Y. But let's not make any decision. Let's do a vibe check tomorrow, and we will see from there. So you see how I'm relieving the pressure, just removing the pressure. Yeah, helpful?
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
All right, that is it for this episode. If you like it, smash the like button. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next one.